New Mutants #1. One of the ones I picked to be one of the best coming out going forward. Welcome back to the Long Box Diving, where we explore comics and story arcs pulled from the long box. Now, New Mutants #1. Written by Hickman, Brisson, and I guess the guy named Riaz is doing the art. This was one of my picks to be one of the best books going forward out of the House of X Powers of X line. I like the team. I like these guys. I liked them when they first came out. I like them now. I like the idea. But first of all, the art wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I did not enjoy it. I didn't like it. It didn't sit well. It didn't read well. It just was. At some points, I thought I was looking at my, preteens coloring book. I mean, it's not that great. And so we get the starting out. We get Rain has come back from the dead, and she's talking to Karma, and hey, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. So, all right, she's back. That was a good couple pages of I'm back, and I don't care. Then we have Mondo, and now Mondo is like really, really stout. He's about as big as I am. He used to be this thin, skinny, skin hanging off like this. I don't remember what he changed into when he absorbed things, and I remember him being able to absorb things, but I don't think it stuck around for that long. I thought actually, when his body completely metabolized it, it went away. So I thought he ate it and then he metabolized it. But this, he seems to be like just sitting there and he's like absorbing cocoa. I don't remember that him being his power set. But he's doing it, and they're doing this weird thing with Douglock to see if he can interface with Krakoa now that he absorbs it. And then Krakoa is able to take over Mondo, which was kind of weird. And then it basically ended up as like neither one, Krakoa or Mondo, liked it. Let's not do that again. And now we're like 6 more pages through. What was the point of any of that? I don't get it. And it didn't make sense. The powers didn't make sense. None of it made sense to me. So now we're into... and if you look at this is again the art. We see M yelling at the twins, and it just looks wrong. It looks almost like not like a 3D drawing, like a 2D archaic, pictograph of. I don't know. It didn't look good. I didn't like it. It is what it is. But you see the newer mutants, and then you see the New Mutants or M, which is like the next gen, and then you see the Hellions, and Sand is in with them, and so then they go into this house, and and basically what we got here for the next couple of pages is Millennials in a coffee house. Yeah, basically. I have enough Millennials living here. I don't want to read about Millennials sitting at a Starbucks. And Ileana doesn't want to share the coffee. John make coffee, but he can't drink coffee. And Mondo says, I don't want the coffee because I saw how it was made. And why do we spend 2.5 pages talking about coffee? And then we finally get to the point of why this book exists at this point, at least the first part of the story arc that I understand. And we get this just heads talking to each other, no action, no panel, no, just words, and basically road trip. The point of the book is Millennials going on a road trip. I just had Millennials in a coffee house. Now I have to watch Millennials go on a road trip. Good thing they're not Generation Z, because then they wouldn't want to go anywhere. Alright, so then they get on a spaceship, they get with the Starjammers, they're heading out to space to go to the Shi'ar Empire, and he's going to drop them off, and then we get a scene where they're holding a Krakoa plant because they're going to take it to the Shi'ar Empire to build another gate, and it's destroying the whole environment in the ship on their Hydrodome, and it makes Cho, whatever his name is, mad, and so they have to stick it inside of Mondo. Still no action. Alright. Then we get the fight scene between Raza and Ileana. They're practicing. Ileana, and then we get this panel. Look at it. It just doesn't look good. It looks horrible. This is just bad. But they're having the fight scene, and she ends up cutting off his arm. And he's like, "You cut my arm off." She's like, "Ah, it's just bionic anyway." Cut a dude's arm off in a practice session. And then we got Sunspot stealing bourbon. And basically, they get to the star, they get to the system, and said, "Don't go there because it's about the whole place is about." Everybody has, they're religious type nuts, and everybody has sin, and they don't want you there if you have sin. So the one infraction is a sin, then they'll kill you. Do we have a problem with religion or just? So they're sitting there going, "Well, why can't we go? Or we shouldn't go. But we got to free those people from that religious occult." Which if it's a bad guy hurting people, I get it. But you were told to stay on the ship. Stay in the ship. You don't know what's going on. Stay in the ship. But they decide, in their infinite millennial wisdom, that they've got to go save people that they don't even know are actually in trouble. They're just, the pirate told them that they were being persecuted. Let's rush in. And so they did. They rushed in. And of course, I mean, there were some good jokes in there that I enjoyed. Like when Sunspot said, "Hey, well, let's just stay here," and then they all left him there. And he walks in and goes, "I got the bourbon," and of course, which he stole. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I should have expected that. Yes, I felt that way many times when I walked in and my millennials are gone." And I'm like, "Well, of course." But they go in and they get to the center, and there's this egg thing, and they steal it, and the Starjammers go, "Put that down. We actually lied to you. There is no religious occult here. Nobody's actually being persecuted. This is a installation where we're going to steal that because we're pirates, and so give it to us. We're pirates." Yeah. So Starjammers run off. Shire guards come in, and they start shooting. Now this was a pretty good panel where Mondo's blocking Cypher and Ileana, who had been knocked out. She got shot first, got knocked out, so they're teleporters down, and Mondo's protected him. But again, he's got this. So with the garden hydrosphere, he took the Krakoa plant inside himself. So I'm assuming he still has Krakoa soil. But again, I thought his body metabolized it, and he's been out there they said for a while, because they're all getting stir crazy in this ship. But he shouldn't have still had Krakoa. He shouldn't still. I don't think that's how his powers work. All right. Starjammer's like, "Hey, should we help them?" Like, "No, they're on their own. I told them I'd bring them to the Shire Empire. We're going to leave them here." So John steps out to fight. That doesn't work. He gets knocked out. Starjammer's like, "Hey, we're gone." And so he leaves Sunspot there. And he's, this was also another pretty good, interesting panel thing I liked. It was he goes, "What would you do? Why would you do that? What have any of us done to deserve it?" Now, millennial question, right? It just kind of fits the theme of this whole book. You ruined my plants. The angry girl cut off my arm. Children, I do not. And you stole my whiskey. So, typical boomers answers. So, you got millennials and boomers. It made sense. It was kind of funny in this idea of what this book kind of trying to portray. It's getting I don't know. So he sits there and he finishes drinking the whiskey, and he goes in to help the team, and they're surrounded by guards, and then he drops a joke that made no sense. That's okay. I got the number of a really good space lawyer. All right, so New Mutants. New Mutants is a millennial superhero book about millennials who like to drink coffee and go on road trips and then don't listen to instructions and like to rush in to save the day when they don't really have any of the information. So basically it's a book about millennials acting like millennials. I don't like that. I'm probably going to get book 2 because I just want to see if it gets better. But at this point, this book's not going to stick around for me. It is not a recommend. I don't like the art, the story. Yeah, it was not good. All right, guys. Well, not a recommend. Sorry. I thought I was going to stick around. I was wrong. Dead wrong. I can't believe both Brisson and Hickman were. It's good. They're not. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed this review, like and subscribe, and we'll see you here next time in the long box.